All right, everybody, welcome back to No Fixed Agenda. I am Omar Hernandez.
And I'm Jeff Stoner.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Because, last week we talked about how you wanted to have a full head of hair to like.
I just want some hair.
You Fabio the
full-
shit out. What was it? Full Fabio the shit. I'm going to let my hair grow out now.
Yeah. I just want some hair. I don't need. Actually, I just want some hair up
Well,
here.
if it makes you feel any better, I want a full beard. So this might be a good, swap, bro.
Yeah,
This is
maybe.
I want this. You want this.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe we can have what do they call that? Isn't there a movie that talks about what is it? Switching places or I can't remember. It's a Disney thing. It was. It'll come to my mind. Anyways, let's move on.
Wow.
Wow.
Here we go. What a way to start off.
Way to start.
So, I don't know if you had a conversation piece that you wanted to chat about today.
I didn't.
All right. Well, I have a good one for us.
I
today.
bet you. See, I knew you were gonna come through clutch, bro.
So I've got a. Oh,
Is it gonna make people laugh again? Because I tell you what, dude, some of the freaking feedback that we're getting on some of these freaking funny ass episodes that we've been doing.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's great.
So I don't know. I was going to talk about AI today.
Oh God, dude, this is okay. You know what?
So
I'm becoming very proficient, by the way.
So I want to. I ran across a something in my feed the other day.
Uh-oh.
And I thought it was very interesting. And so I ran a couple of different scenarios based off of what I read on Instagram. All right. So what came across, and this goes to the climate that we are now in. Someone asked ChatGPT what it would do as president of the United States.
What ChatGPT would do as president?
Yeah, what ChatGPT would do as president of the United States. All right.
Wow. Are we getting political today, dude?
No,
maybe
we probably can. I don't know.
I mean, okay. Well, I'll let you.
So let me preface this.
Okay.
Let me preface this moving forward. I thought it was really interesting what ChatGPT came up with. So what I did, because I thought it was interesting, I wanted to do the same thing for a gym owner.
Ooh.
What ChatGPT would do if they opened up a gym.
Ooh, interesting.
Right?
I never even thought to ask that question, bro.
So
you're blowing my mind right now,
You're
bro.
gonna find out today.
Oh.
You're gonna find out today.
Ooh.
All right, so
okay, this is good.
This is based on ChatGPT. If I were to become president, I'd focus on structural fixes. All right, so here's some of the stuff that ChatGPT would do, which I agree with a lot of the stuff that they would do. And we don't need to spend a lot of time on it. I'm not gonna
I mean, I want
dull people to sleep
it's
with
probably
this.
going to be polar opposite of what our current president's doing now, but
100%. So ChatGPT said, government that actually works. Term limits for Congress.
Ooh, first thing. That was the first thing that came up,
That's
dude?
the first thing.
Wow, it's because they saw that guy, what's his name?
Lindsey Graham died, and then Mitch McConnell's doesn't know if he is alive at this point.
Well, dude, they said there was a clip that they played on social media, dude. It was he was saying oh, we're doing really good, and then all of a sudden he just stopped mid freaking speech, bro.
Yeah.
And then he was just hey, Mitch, you want to say anything else? And it was mid sentence stops, then they literally escorted him off. I was I agree with this one. Big time.
Term limits for Congress. I totally agree with it. I cannot believe that they've never done this, being the fact that all these senators and congressmen are now
100 years old,
in their 80s, running the government. It's ridiculous.
running it, but
single issue bills only.
Ooh.
Meaning, take example, the big beautiful bill, right? They jam-packed everything into this thing, knowing full well that not everybody's going to see exactly what's in this bill, right? Get it passed. So single issue bills only. So here's a bill for this one thing.
But I think that would be hard, dude.
Oh, it would definitely be hard.
Because so much impacts the other.
Oh yeah,
right? You
well,
like
yeah,
it's like a trickle effect, right?
yeah.
You change one thing, and I learned this in my business. Like I changed one thing, and I'm like, oh shit, it changed 5 other things down
Yeah.
the stream or upstream or whatever it is. Well, I mean,
Well,
it's tough.
and that's the negotiation aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why you do 2 or 3 50 different things in a bill. It's like, "Oh, well, we'll give you this if you give us that, or we'll take this out
So
if you give us," like, right? And
it's so fucked up,
it's
dude.
so
It's so fucked up.
public transparency dashboards for
Ooh.
federal spending. Every dollar is traceable. Now that's a
Ooh.
huge one.
Bro,
Yeah.
dude, imagine how many freaking public officials would probably be in prison.
Oh, yeah.
like,
Every single dollar.
hey, I went to the brothel. Can't do that with taxpayer money. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was,
So second thing is economy growth and resilience. Comes down to simplified tax codes,
mhm.
fewer tax brackets,
Ooh,
which I thought was quite interesting.
yeah.
Fewer loopholes associated with that. Incentives for domestic production,
Ooh.
which you
I
look
mean, that's
at
what our president ran on, dude.
100%, and
And
that's
it's not the
and it's
case.
not the case. I mean, so it says incentives for domestic production, not just tariffs. Reward companies that manufacture and hire locally, which
So
was originally what President Trump was trying to get at,
that's
and
what
just
yeah.
never happened.
So there, I heard that something came across my feed regarding lithium production.
Mm,
Okay, and so Salton Sea, the Dead Sea,
yep.
like in the middle of the freaking desert. How it's like a ghost town now, and it was at once blooming, and it was like it was like a 5 series thing. I saw came across my feed on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't get on TikTok much. I literally just got on. I was checking messages, and then I went back, and I was like, it just came up, and because you try to exit out of TikTok, and he's like, nope, you sure? Are you sure? You're like, yeah, I'm sure. Get me out of this thing, right? And so I opened it up, and I looked at it, and it caught my eye because it was like, hey, this ghost town is going to be one of the biggest booming in the new industrial revolution.
Mm.
And I was like, whoa. And then, so I just listened to it, and I watched all 5 series. And it was basically the Dead Sea in the middle of the desert here in California. How the salt production is actually creating this environment where it brings lithium up to the surface
Oh,
instead of
interesting.
it needing to be mined. And so there's another place in the world, in the country, that actually is, or in the world, that is actually like one of, they identified as like one of the richest places. However, it costs so much money to mine lithium out.
Yeah.
And so this Dead Sea, now big corporations are setting up factories in the Dead Sea or right around it because they don't have to mine it. It literally, they sweep up the salt, and
Yeah.
like the lithium's coming to the surface. So it's kind of cool. Like they're saying that it's going to be like, according to this TikTok, that it's going to be like the next industrial revolution. There's going to be a big boom in that town. Now it's a ghost town. So like
Interesting.
that's kind of cool. Like if you think about it from that perspective, the incentives for American-based companies to get involved into something like that, and that's just one example. Like think about
Yeah.
all the other ones, bro.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. It's eventually there's going to be another revolution,
There has to be.
industrial revolution of some sort that's going to come from all the AI stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna have to be a
lithium
shift.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
the conversation is like, what are people going to do?
Yeah.
Like if you're getting all the remedial jobs and like legal assistants,
Yeah.
medical assistants, all the other like just midstream jobs between all these bigger jobs. Even like, dude, I talking to AI, I signed up a subscription with Marvel, and I have an illegal assistant as an AI agent.
Mm-hmm.
At my disposal. Like if I have a legal question, I pose it in my legal assistant thing, and it kind of spits out. It's not an attorney, and it tells you like, hey, you might want to like this is what the law says. This is what I suggest you do. But if don't require an attorney in this one, like you can literally make a decision here, or yes, you're going to require an attorney.
Yeah.
it's kind of cool, dude.
It's interesting how
Yeah.
and it's gonna keep going that way. Small business first policies.
Oof,
Easier access to credit, fewer compliance traps,
oof,
and faster approvals.
bro,
100%.
1000%.
I was like, that would be great.
But it's like scaling, right? Knowing when to scale.
Yeah.
And so, like, we talk about like those incentives for credit. Like, I have the biggest issue. Like, I hope when we get to a question about what would a gym owner would do, like, uh, when we talk about scaling, it's like scaling, and it's like creates a vacuum, right? The more bigger you get, the faster you
Mhm.
grow, and it's like all of a sudden you're spending more money, and like the margins start to disappear. Like, it's so freaking hard
Yeah.
to go, okay, cool. How do I scale? And it's almost like you need a fat check to go, okay, cool. I got to put the cart before the horse a little bit and hire this person so that as I scale and then hold that person accountable and build a structure around that person. Otherwise, it's the gym owner that's doing it,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. But go ahead.
Housing and cost of living.
Mm,
Federal pressure on zoning reform.
mm.
To increase housing reform to increase housing supply. The next one would be ban institutional bulk buying of single family homes and starter markets, which I truly agree with. Energy independence expansion, stabilize fuel and utility costs, renewable and nuclear, domestic and drilling. So, I, a lot of this stuff I think is we talk about common sense or unwritten rules, right? And some of the
Yeah.
scenarios,
Yeah.
and I'm like, some of these things you're looking at, like, this should be common sense of things that we start to look at. Now, granted, I know that there's other
Lobbyists,
political
MPs,
minds and
yeah,
lobbyists
yeah.
that get in the way of that
Yep.
stuff, but healthcare reform,
Ugh.
which I think this is really, really what the U.S. needs. Price transparency mandates. Hospitals must show real prices up front.
I don't think they know.
I think they know to a certain extent. They
Right.
definitely don't know some of these other like there's definitely some pieces that they know 100% what the price points are.
Yeah.
The,
Here's
now
why.
the staff like some of the doctors and nurses and stuff may not.
Right.
The hospital
Administration, maybe.
definitely has to have an idea of what actual things cost.
Well, I think just because I've seen it in the transportation industry when I was in it, and I particularly saw it when we're talking about government now, but I particularly saw it when it comes to like government contracts into transportation industry. Now, I'm going to tell you, like, bidding a contract in the government is kind of cool to watch. And when I say that, it's like the government says, "Hey, I have this thing that I need you to have. I need support with that we're not going to do internally. They're not going to do it with governmentally staffed people. They're going to contract it out. And so you have a government contract, an approved provider, commercial provider that becomes a government contractor. And then these industries just kind of come in and they bring divisions of their business that are not part of the initial company.
Yeah.
They're literally just contractors that come in and they're like, okay, cool. This is what we could do this for. And then they turn around and they go, okay, cool. It's we're gonna service, let's say, we're gonna install a pipeline from Alaska to California, right? If it was done commercially, the owner of that particular pipeline would be able to go, okay, Jeff's construction is going to charge me $5 billion. Omar's construction is going to charge me $4.5 billion. And freaking No Fix Agenda construction is going to charge me $4 million. What am I going to get out of all these? And then they can kind of like price play.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case in a contract. It's not.
Yeah.
And so the best person for that particular job in a government contract might not even be authorized to sell to the government.
Yeah.
And it sucks, dude, because
Well, that's the problem with these no bid contracts
Yeah.
that Trump is
Uh-huh.
doing now. Like there's none of that right now. So
Yeah.
you don't get a lot of this stuff. that
yeah,
we're talking
and then
about.
it's like it's so hard to get in. But once you're in, you're just like, okay, here are the 5 contractors that we've used this on, and we've placed it out for bid, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, like they're moving freight. Like the contract that I was on, we're moving freight from Japan throughout the United States, like, and Hawaii. And so you're sitting there going, okay, cool. I can do this for this shipment for $500. But when it gets to the government contract, that freaking shipment is now $1,000 because it's a government contract.
Yeah.
And the companies are doing this because it costs so much money and red tape just to get into the process to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, you're right. It's tough, man. But this is why I think hospitals will never understand what they're actually paying for, because they say, "Oh, the insurance is going to pay for it."
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. Again,
it's a lot of red tape.
There's a lot of red tape.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
All right. Interstate insurance competition to reduce monopolies. Focus on prevention, metabolic health, nutrition, education, and incentives for healthy outcomes. Right. So big things in the healthcare that the AI would do. Education overhaul. And I'm just going to breeze through these because I want to get to the gym thing. Education overall. Life skills curriculum. Teaching how to do taxes, contracts, finance, nutrition. Like, I actually thought that was quite an interesting deal. And it's a little disappointing that the education system
doesn't do that.
Doesn't require that at that point. To this
busy
day,
to actually some calculus, man.
Yeah, to this day, I'm kind of like, I wish I would have known some of that stuff getting into high school or even going into college. Like, trade school parity. With college, equal funding and respect.
Yes.
For trade schools, which I could see happening eventually. More and more kids are going to trade schools now versus going to regular colleges.
Because colleges are a ripoff in a lot of ways right now.
So there's more students going into trade school, although there is a huge separation from university to trade school. But student loan reform, caps tied to degree, return on investment and income, not blank checks. Let me see. We're almost done here. Technology and future proofing, AI and automation transition programs for displaced workers, which is interesting. You know, if people start to understand AI a little bit more as far as how to work some of this stuff, I think it would help with the job market.
It would. And I think we talked about the shift in the AI, like what are people going to do? It's like there's a lot of things that AI is not legally able to do.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a requirement for humans, just less humans.
Yeah. Again.
So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Data privacy as a civil right, which is actually, you think about that, it's quite interesting.
That it's not.
That we don't have that with, as far as technology has come from the time of the internet creation and how easy it is to a hacker to access some of the data stuff. Like it's quite interesting. Break up tech monopolies when competition is clearly suppressed. Here's border and immigration.
Good Lord. Here we go.
Secure borders and secure borders plus fast legal pathways. Which it is kind of harsh, the fact that it seems like forever for these immigrants to be able to get the process to make it into citizenship.
Facts. I think I go back to like all the wars that the United States has been involved in and how much they've taken in refugees and how fast it is to come in as. Why can't, if they can do it for the refugees that are in war-torn countries, why can't they figure out a fucking way to do it naturally, legally, without traumatic, crazy wars happening? Like, this is stupid.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, we've talked about Stockholm plenty on this show, but you talk about somebody who is trying to become a legal citizen in Sweden or Stockholm. It's interesting to hear how they do that. You have to work for so many years before you can, even apply. You have to be able to afford, I don't know if it's housing or something. There needs to be an affordability of some perspective. You need to be able to give back to the community, really is what it comes down to. And we don't do that here in the United States. It's kind of one of those things like whether you're getting your legal citizenship or not, there's nothing to like. Some of these people aren't supporting the society as it is,
Yeah.
right? So
And
it's kind of tough. Like it would be nice to have like a standardized deal. Like, okay, you want to be a citizen here?
here's what you need to do.
Here's what you need to do.
Check, 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 check.
And if you can do it in 5-year period,
Great.
We're gonna take your test and we'll give that citizenship to you. If you can't do it, you can prove you're not able to do it.
Right.
Sorry, your visa is going to end at a certain point in time.
I think I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and we're probably gonna get. I don't know. We might get in trouble, but I hope not. When it comes down to the United States and its history and its bad part of the history that I think is not talked about enough, because it's like, all right, here we are. I'm Mexican, or I'm Mexican American, and you're white. And so we talk about it like from that perspective, and it goes like, well, if there was slavery, a demand for slavery, and slavery was still a legal thing,
Yep.
we would be bringing those people over without documentation, putting their asses to fucking work, and doing all the things that they were like, we don't want to do as a country.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, we talked about the wars, we talked about all these other things. Like, dude, come on, like, get the F out of here, dude. Like, stop treating people that way and treat them as human beings. And let's that's what, like, Ronald Reagan said it best. The best thing is about the United States is that we're a freaking country of immigrants.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, stop the madness is what I'm going to say.
Work visa expansion tied to labor shortages, not politics.
Mm.
The good one. Swift deportation for violent. Swift deportation for violent offenders, regardless of status.
Facts.
Again,
yeah,
almost common sense.
Like if we go back to like the checklist, bro. If you had a checklist of the things like here, you can't do this, and you got to do this, and this, and this, and if you deter from this, and this within the 5 years, you're out, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
You commit one crime where you're going to jail, you're out.
Yeah, you're out. You're not adding to the country. You're just you're disposing it. Yeah.
Last thing that's listed here is culture and civil stability. Free speech protections against digital platforms, across digital platforms, in government corporate censorship pipelines, and de-escalation over division, less culture war, more common ground.
That's fucking huge.
So those are things. A lot of that stuff I find quite interesting from an AI perspective, and it's. I don't know. I think you could sit on both sides of the aisle and look at some of that stuff and be like, this is kind of common sense. Like, why aren't we doing this already? Why aren't we, putting these into play, or at least some of them?
People's perspectives.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot of it is a money grab.
Facts.
For politicians too. Like that's the other thing.
Well,
right?
War creates money, is like a revenue stream.
Yeah.
Right? Freaking chaos and division is a revenue stream. And it sucks, man, that it's that way. So
yeah,
it's funny that AI, a freaking software or artificial intelligence is coming up with this, and we can't come up with it as a humanity. That's kind of sad.
All right. So you want to skip it?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm just going to read you what AI says here. If I were opening a gym today, I wouldn't try to build the biggest gym. I would try and build the one and people actually looked forward to visiting. Many gyms focus on equipment. I'd focus on experience and community. And I'm quite interested. I haven't fully read all the way through this, so I'm interested to hear. Actually, I'll know where some of these lie with OTH at you, and some maybe you've never even thought of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Biggest changes that the AI would make as a gym owner: eliminate the intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Most people quit because they don't feel like they belong.
Facts.
I like this. No filming in workout areas. Only in designated zones.
Good Lord.
Which, honestly, let's think about that for a second.
Okay, we're talking about boutique gyms, or we're talking about big box gyms?
I think you're talking about a little bit of everything, right? Like, I think if you've got an open gym where there's one or two individuals in there, yeah, it's a little bit different. If you got a class going on, and you're doing some, influencer stuff, right? Like you could say, well, if there's a class going on, this is your dedicated zone,
filming area.
Bliss, this is your dedicated zone that you can film your stuff at.
Well, all right, but
So I'm just again,
yeah. So I want to just touch on the filming thing.
yep.
Like, and the filming thing, dude. Like, there's two people that freaking film in a gym environment. There's two types of individuals, and I'm not gonna say male or female. There's just two types of individual: the entrepreneur that's trying to make money doing it,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
and the person that is struggling with their own self-esteem or wants a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Those are the two different. Like, that's it. If I couldn't get away with not filming myself in my gym, I would do it. But I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I have to. There's no freaking way around it. It's
Yeah.
my business.
Yeah. True.
So it's either the people that just want the like, the share, that are looking for the dopamine. Yep. You did that. That's cool. Sometimes I fall into that trap too, dude.
Yeah.
As a gym owner. Like, oh, I'm actually doing this to promote my gym and my brand of fitness. And it's like, oh shit, I actually care. I start to find myself caring about how many likes, how many views, how many.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
not good. But anyways, go ahead.
Again, this all falls into what they would be into belonging in a gym, right? And not feeling intimidated. Staff trained to greet everyone by name.
Mm.
New members paired with a gym buddy
Mm.
for their first month. Separate beginner-friendly areas where nobody feels judged.
Mm.
So that is eliminate the intimidation factor. Those are the things under that.
I think creating a separate area would create like a little bit of judgment. Like,
think
oh,
so.
you're gonna go into the you're going. You know what, dude? You belong in the beginner area,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Well,
you
yes.
know,
If you look at it from a couple different angles, I
yeah,
think
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
you
yeah.
could
Yeah.
could look at it that way. I wouldn't want to give that separation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gym buddy thing,
Cool.
it could work.
Yeah, for sure.
But it also allows them to like, oh, that's my workout partner
Yeah.
now, right? Like,
Yeah,
it
it
creates that environment.
Yeah.
I definitely don't agree with the whole entire separation of new area or whatever it is. Number 2, reward consistency and not athleticism. Instead of celebrating only the fittest members, you celebrate the 100 workout celebrations, which you do. Most improved awards.
I'm actually gonna start that.
Consistency leaderboards, and monthly challenges anyone can win.
So I'm gonna air out my dirty laundry, the bad choice that I made.
Okay.
Okay. So I fucked up because when we did High Rocks, and it was like the thing throughout the gym, I think High Rocks is gradually like dying down right now. You know, they're very busy still. I'm not going to say that too. Like, you'll start seeing
They're stabilizing.
They're stabilizing for sure.
Not going down. They're
not
stabilizing.
going down. They're stabilizing for sure. And so when I thought about like, oh, I have an athlete that's on a podium, I want to celebrate them. Where I fucked up was I didn't celebrate the first athlete that ever did their very first High Rocks.
Mm.
And so I realized that when it was too late. And I was like, I lost a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah.
You know, and not opportunity for money, opportunity for improved community experience.
Yeah.
Like, because I've posted stuff on my social media about like, oh, this person does not fit the ideal body type of an athlete, but they've done their first High Rocks and they call themselves athletes. So that's a big win. And that's my demographic. Those are the people. Those are my people. And going back to like the social media piece of it, like there's a third person that I just thought about as I was talking about this particular scenario. It's like you could be promoting your gym or need a like, but there's also that community member or that person that really wants to post in that gym or record in that gym that is trying to elevate the one thing that they love most.
Yeah.
And so that's my mistake. And trust me, I had one member that I really, really respect pull me aside and he was like, this is amazing. I love this because it gives me something to shoot towards. But I wish you would have had first race because that was a big fucking deal for me.
Yeah. You recognize who the Congratulations to your first High Rocks
So
scenario.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so we'll be doing stuff like that, but because that's a shift that needs to happen.
Yeah. I like that. Number 3, make it a social club. People
Yeah,
stay because of friendships.
facts.
Host events like coffee and after Saturday workouts,
Mm-hmm.
hiking days, pickleball tournaments,
Ooh, I actually want to do that.
nutrition nights, barbecues, charity fitness events.
Mm,
A lot of that stuff that you
yeah,
currently do to some
yeah.
degree.
I really would like to do like a pickleball night.
Yeah.
Because I think pickleball is like one of those sports that kind of blew up real fast, and people actually enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 4, membership should be simple.
Mm,
No hidden fees, no cancellation fees,
mm,
no cancellation games.
mm.
Offer month to month, annual discounts, family plans, pause memberships, and travel and injuries. I think a lot of gyms do this anyway. I don't think there's anything
That's a
different with that. You know.
but that's a tough slope because like most gyms, especially boutique gyms and even big box gyms, they're banking all of their decisions and their growth on what they call EFTs,
Mm, yeah.
which electronical fund transfer,
Right.
right? And so those are automatic things that you go, okay, cool. I have 100 members. They're paying me X. This is how much revenue I am planning for in the next quarter,
Yep.
right? And then we're going to have like 3% or 4%, whatever the growth trajectory. And so when you talk about cancellation or fees or hidden fees, like cancellations policy should be very fucking clear. Like 30-day cancellation, that's the OTH policy. Like you tell me you don't want to be here after 30 days. Cool. This date, let's say you cancel on the first, you get one more charge on the first, and then you're done.
Yeah.
That gives me an idea of how to respond.
Yeah.
Right. And how to like I'm in a deficit by one person, right? Or two people. Instead of me to hit my 3% growth, I need to get 5 net people instead of 4 people
Yeah.
now. So anyhow.
Number 5, teach instead of selling.
Mm,
I think a lot of this kind of applies to the bigger box gyms.
mm,
Free beginner workshops, how to use every machine.
mm,
Your less of the less personal training pitch as they come in,
mm,
right? Living stretching classes, injury prevention. Um, educated members stay longer. Pretty much what it says. So that's
mm,
where they're looking at. Designed for real people. Most members aren't bodybuilders. Again, I think this comes to the big box gyms.
mm.
Uh, it says walking tracker, cardio path, recovery lounge, stretching room,
Gosh.
quiet workout hours. Again, this is all big box stuff that doesn't really apply to your business, I don't think. Build accountability, quarterly fitness check ins,
Mm,
goal setting sessions,
mm.
progress tracking,
Yeah.
personal follow up if they disappear for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
If they disappear for 2 weeks.
Jesus. You know what we do? Seriously?
Yeah.
We don't see them in 3 days. We're hounding them.
I think that's I think that's more small gym stuff though.
Yeah.
I think if you're a big box, it's hard to follow up with every member that doesn't get there for 3 days.
Oh.
Now, here's a great example.
Mm.
Big box gym, LA Fitness
Mm-hmm.
example. Des is a member at LA Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
She's been a member there for 3 years.
He's gone once.
She's gone one time. And this is no shade to Des whatsoever.
No, whatsoever, dude. No. It's just like
her schedule just doesn't fit it. And I keep on asking her, I'm like, are you going to keep it? And she's now, like the rotator cuff thing, it's one of those things like, hey, I can go use the pool in the wintertime when it starts to get colder here, right? But this is an example of how big box doesn't look at things like this. They don't look at, they're in it for the money in a sense. Like, oh yeah, this person's paying us $40 a month and they've come in once over a 2-year period. Like,
it's perfect.
this is what they want. Yeah.
I think big box gyms are opposite of what this AI is suggesting. Only because like big box gyms, I do the opposite. They're trying to improve their facilities so that they could get that people on the subscription teat and go, oh, I forgot about it. But I have access to like I have access to a pool. I have access to the sauna. I have access to all these things.
Yep.
And then like, oh shit, I totally forgot to go, or it's not my thing, right? I think if the intention is for fitness, in my professional opinion, as well as the direction of what I want and out of my community is to have established relationship with everybody in my gym so that I can understand that fitness is not a negotiable thing. Fitness is like something you need to be doing, like brushing your teeth, like combing your hair for those of us that have it. Like, like, like getting dressed, like that's fitness, right? And so, what does that look like for you? And I have this conversation with every person that I personally onboard, and it's like, what does that look like for you? Oh, well, I think I'm going to come twice a week because I do this other thing, or I'm going to come 5 times a week. Okay, because why? Because I really want to focus on my strength, or I really want to focus on my endurance, like those things. And so you kind of come in, and you're like, okay, cool. I remember that you said you want to come 5 times a week, and if you don't come, even if they're coming twice a week, you should see them every third day.
Yeah.
Or fourth.
Hmm.
You're counting, not counting the days that you're like Sundays that are recovery days or whatever. Like every third day, on that fourth day, if I don't see that person, they're getting a call. They're getting a text. They're going, where are you at? Everything good? You alive?
Yep.
What's going on?
Yep.
Right? And so it helps to retain clients, but the trajectory of what happens in clients is like they're either all in and they show up 3 to 5 times a week religiously, and then they first start MIA or missing out more than 3 days. That's the first sign. The second sign is like, okay, cool. I realize that I'm only coming 3 times a week, so then I'm going to downgrade my plan, and then you start seeing that, and then it goes, okay, I'm going to go downgrade another more, and they understand the value of the community and how important fitness is. But because we're OTH, I'm speaking only on OTH, we're not a gimmicky gym, people forget. And they don't realize it until it's too fucking late.
Yeah.
Because now, like, oh, they're sitting down, they haven't done anything,
Yeah.
or my hips hurt, my whatever hurts. Like, and then it's like, oh shit, I haven't moved in a month.
Yep.
So,
a bunch of other stuff that doesn't really apply. Be transparent with data. Give members meaningful progress reports, attendance trends, strength improvements, cardio milestones, habit streaks. I mean, that's where it really caps off. And I think a lot of this is, again, big box stuff, but you do look at it as, and I didn't run this as a race director. Like what would
a race director do?
I don't know. I could actually look at it. Let me look and see here. It is interesting. You think about it. If anybody's interested in really finding out, whether you're a business owner or if you're looking at starting up a business, it would be interesting
to ask ChatGPT.
What they would do if you're in that position.
Interesting.
Let me just type this in really quick and see what it says. If you were to become we'll say trail race director. Maybe that was a thing. I put gym owner. I should put small gym owner.
That's okay.
Trail
it's
race.
all important what you say to Chad for sure.
Director. Let's see what it comes with that. If I were to become a trail race director, I'd focus on creating less on creating the hardest race and more creating the best overall experience. So, which is what we do. The trail running community thrives on connection, and I'd want every runner from first timers to elite athletes to leave thinking, I can't wait to come back. It's a lot of what we do as far as
for sure
us hosting, gearing towards like the beginner trail runner and getting more people out there. It says, number one, make the first time trail runners feel like VIPs, right? Which we try and do. And I've learned, I am kind of updating our website now to take a lot of the focus off of the actual races itself and put more focus on the community. Listing all different run clubs, listing community leaders, listing, we've done this already, is like trail resources, race etiquette, running etiquette, nutrition, hydration, like trying to have that understanding, right? So we're starting to do a little bit more of that versus trying to just always be race.
Here's the next event.
Yep. A Trail 101 email series before race day. That's actually quite interesting. Course preview videos, which we do. New runner meetup before the start, which never done. That's typically kind of hard with the way my schedule is. Volunteers specifically assigned to encourage first timers. Quite interesting there. Build a festival, not just a finish line, which we try and do. We try
I
and
agree. I would agree with
make
that.
it as fun of experience as possible. We don't have a lot of vendors that come to our events, but the vendors that do come are really engaging and want to be a part of something more than just an expo.
Yeah,
I think.
But like the expo itself and the vendors don't.
No, they don't. They don't make
Yeah.
it. It is the barbecue that we put together,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It is those things that we like, those
Yeah,
touches that we
for sure.
reward loyalty, which we do. We have legacy programs built in, right? We do our season pass membership where
you guys call them out.
You finish all the races, you get a special award at the end.
Correct.
We've had people we brought up, a couple years ago when one of our season pass holders for 7 years was moving to Arkansas.
Wow.
I made sure to bring her up in front of everybody at the start of the race and
It was like, fuck
wish
you.
everybody, have everybody wish her goodbye. So it's annual recognition for repeat runners, referral rewards, volunteer credits, which we do all of that stuff, which is awesome. Make races more spectator friendly. I wish
It's hard.
that the U.S. had the option or had the capability, I think, to do this. Like you look at trail races over in France and overseas, they make a big production out of the spectator aspect of it. Granted, it's the way their trails are set up, where a lot of those races start in the middle of town, and they run out of town into the trails in the bigger ones. UTMB does a lot of that. There are some larger races here that do that, but it's very hard to do that for the most part, especially when you got smaller races that you can't close down city streets and stuff for that. But I wish there was more of that.
That's hard though. Like, how do you freaking create a spectator? Like, are you gonna put bleachers in the freaking on the 25th mile?
Well, yeah, exactly. Live. So this is the other thing that's live runner tracking, which is becoming a more and more of a thing, especially in like 200-mile races. Not so much in little 5Ks, but viewing locations, hiking routes to aid stations, which we kind of do a little bit of, frequent updates and estimated arrival times, improved communication, which I personally feel like we do pretty well at. I've seen other races where they just give you one
briefing
really quick and you're done. I try and put a lot of videos and photos out there. Finish line experience matters. Comfortable seating, again, not really something that we can do. Shade kind of comes to the fact of what kind of setup we have. Finish line photos, we have great post-race food. We do that. Recovery area, which we're working on more of. Community gathering space, create more reasons to come back. Seasonal race series, again, trail passports. I don't really know what that considers with AI. Collectible race swag, age group challenges. So a lot of the stuff and that's really where it lists everything there. Comes down to podium finishers stuff. But yeah,
But my question for you is like, where's your Clydesdale division, bro?
So let's talk about that for a second. This is funny.
Because, you were on that Clydesdale division soapbox for a long time, sir.
So that is funny that you asked that.
Ooh, are we going to get like a little sneak peek of something that ERS is doing?
What I would like to do, and I don't really know the best way to go about this, but I was talking to one of the runners at our South Bay event a couple weeks ago, and he referenced it. He's like, when's the Clydesdale division coming out?
Fuck
and
yeah,
he referenced that because I'm always talking about it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I would like to figure out a way to do that. I think it would be cool because a lot of bigger individuals, male or female, sometimes don't really want or feel like they can do running.
Yeah.
Because they're always going to be, they're slower than the little skinny people, and are the faster individuals. So yeah, he asked me about that and I was like, you know what? I would like to look into something like that and how how can that be played in? I think it would be really cool to eventually get something like that.
You might
And
get you might get
maybe
some power lifters out there, bro.
maybe maybe.
Some
But yeah, I was asked that question at my last race,
yeah.
and talking with him about it, I was like, you know what,
Clydesdale division with a
maybe
little
that's what
bit
it
of
is.
podium finishers,
I'd have to
bro.
figure out. Like,
And you know
the
what though?
problem is I got to bring a scale out. And I have to make
Yeah.
sure that
Don't
everybody
worry. I
weighs
got a
in.
couple, dude. I'll help you out, man. I got you. I got you.
But
I
then it's
totally
like,
got
okay,
you.
then it becomes what's the female Clydesdale weight division?
It doesn't matter. I mean, we can always I mean, it does, but
It matters.
it matters. It matters. But like at the end
But
of the day,
do
like what is?
but do
'Cause
women want to do have a Clydesdale division?
I don't know, dude.
Is it just a man thing? I don't know.
No, dude. I think it has to be male and female.
I would like it to be, but I don't want to offend anybody either.
Yeah, but
I think a male was not going to be offended by it.
but you have like female winners and male winners. You're not putting female and male.
No,
like,
it would be completely
separate.
separate.
Separate,
But
right? Yeah.
again, it's like you don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable about anything.
Yeah.
Guys don't give a shit. Like
No, fuck no. Well, I mean, I've known some.
they
guys that
do give a shit. Don't get me wrong,
sometimes,
but
but there's it's not that much of an emotional attachment to that number on that scale, right? And versus like that's a female thing for sure. But all that to say, you never know, bro. Like you would literally create an environment in an ERS race to be able to go, oh shit. Like, yeah, I started off as a Clydesdale and I podiumed 3 times. But you know what? I want to fuck around and find out and see if I can get down out of the Clydesdale division.
Well, maybe that's my question. My AI next is how can I create a Clydesdale division?
Right?
AI knows everything.
But AI did not ask that question.
AI did not ask that question.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of cool. And then the other thing, like you want to talk about, like I thought, didn't you do this for the 24? Like you had you didn't have relay teams, right? But
no,
we've talked about this.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to do a relay. I think
it would have to be only on the 24-hour race, though, dude. It'd kind of be like a Ragnar of
it would be kind of a Ragnar deal.
Yeah,
and it's roughly in a sense.
Yeah,
I think it comes down to what's the best way to logistically work that. Does everybody just get a team of 4 get the same bib and they just have to keep trading it out?
Well, that's what the Ragnar does. Like a fucking bracelet,
like a slap bracelet or something.
Like a slap bracelet.
Yeah,
and it's like, and I think everybody on the team gets like the same sensor or something like that.
It probably is, and there's a way to do it. You can do it where the same bib number is assigned. Like this group of 4 has bib number
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think it would be kind of cool, dude. Like if you can kind of create like a fun type of like, especially because the South 24 is like legit, bro. I genuinely, I made a video about it, dude. I like going there in the afternoon, like towards the end when they're dying, dude, and I'm just like being me.
Yeah, bring some energy.
And I'm like, and everybody's like, dude, you have no idea. Yeah. That was like mile 99 and I was ready to quit. And then you said something stupid and I was like, I gotta go back and see that loud fucker. And I love that shit, dude. It's like a vibe, bro. And so like at the end of the day, I think you might like
we can look into that. There's a couple of things that we're again, I think updating to. I've always said I don't really want to add any more races. It's about what can I add that in
your current races?
Current races that add a little bit more value.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe that's the value add for the 24. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's going back to our original conversation. I think it's interesting now how AI is all set up. If you can sit there and ask AI like what they would do differently for being the president of the United States versus a gym owner, it's quite interesting to see, and what kind of, whether you look at that and be like, this is all bullshit, or you look at it and be like, oh, maybe if you're a new business owner, be like, oh, I should be doing this and this and this, and what that does.
I think AI. I'm this year is. So personally, I have like a goal between I turn 50 to have some kind of like remnants of work-life balance, and that's kind of finding efficiencies in my business now. And AI has been a big part of that for me. So I've been able to like lean on it, getting AI assistants and doing that kind of thing, and looking at it from like how can AI shrink my funnel down a little bit more that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like those, like the process, sweat equity. Like sweat equity means for us how much money we're spending on one particular time or money in a particular area of my business. And like AI has been a pivotal point to be able to go, okay, you have AI responding, like nurturing things. Like if you click on my ad or you click on my website, you're going to be able to get a response from somebody within 3 to 5 minutes. Right. And it's going to be like, oh, hey, thank you for your interest. Hey, and it's going to be like, feel like a real person.
Yeah.
And then it, I'm kind of like, I was kind of like a Terminator status when I look like somebody said, you shouldn't be asking AI that. I said, look, dude, it's AI is going to be the one thing that everybody's having a conversation with, dude. Like, and so I have AI assistants now, a social media AI assistant, of an executive assistant that's an AI assistant, all those things.
It'll be interesting when they start coming up with protocols across the board for AI and what AI can and can't do. There's already some.
There's already starting.
There's already starting that.
Like they can't even respond to text messages.
Right.
Or emails.
So that's going to be interesting. Like, how does that get expanded? Like AI can't do X, Y, and Z. Like they can't. You can only ask AI to do like. Eventually, it's going to be so smart and so like integrated with every little piece of your life that they're eventually going to come up with it and have to say, okay, it can't do X, Y, and Z.
Skynet, bro.
Skynet is right. Skynet,
like
the Terminator is coming to life.
Yeah, and so you could think about it from that perspective, but it's going to be like, you can't ask AI how to build an illegal trafficking ring.
Yeah.
Like, and so like, what is AI going to do when that happens?
Yeah.
Like those kind of things. I think there's already kind of like restrictions into what AI can do. Like you can't. Like I said, you can't answer. I actually asked my executive assistant, can you send, such and such a text message, letting them know that I got this, and that. You're like, I can't do that, she said. And I was like, damn it. Like, but she goes, but I will type up your email and your draft and have it in your inbox. Like, you just got to click send on it after you write on it. Got it. So it's a trip, dude. So yeah, but it can't charge money. And so there's a lot of things that it's already there. I think the restrictions and the guidelines that AI needs to have, in my opinion, is like what you can't ask it. And what will an AI bot do in the event somebody is trying to do something illegal or harmful? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as we get 4 or 5 more years down the road with this stuff.
Yeah.
Go from there. But anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for listening in. Hopefully you learned a little bit about some AI government issues and gym issues.
How to be, how to create a trail experience as well. So I challenge everybody, like, ask AI, like, what the role is that you do, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And say, what would a successful blank do in this role? Right. And then we'll see what kind of does. And you might learn something. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll take 1 foot